Unit number 5, disinfection or sterilization. After filtering the water, it may have some bacteria, and that bacteria may be harmful bacteria. So we have to remove that bacteria by using some chemicals. The chemicals used for killing that bacteria are known as disinfectants, and the process is known as disinfection or sterilization. So to kill that bacteria, we can use 4 methods. First is nothing but boiling. Boiling that water, we can raise the temperature of water so that the bacteria will get killed and we can remove that bacteria. But this is the method which can be used for a small scale. For public water supplies, we cannot use that boiling method. Second is nothing but the excess lime treatment. In that we have to add lime up to the content of 14 to 43 ppm, so that the pH of water will increase, and when the pH of water will become 9.5, 99.9 or 100% bacteria will get removed. So this is the important method that can be used for removing the bacteria. Third method is ultraviolet ray method. In that treatment, we have to use ultraviolet rays to kill that bacteria. Normally, the depth of water should be equal to or should be less than 10 centimeter, and we have to pass the ultraviolet rays which are created by machine, that is the mercury vapor lamp, and by using that light we can kill that bacteria. But the depth should be less than 10 centimeter and it should be colorless. That water should be colorless, that is the turbidity should not be more than 10 to 20 ppm, so that light will emit or will pass up to the depth of that water. This is the ultraviolet rays. Some another disinfectants, that physical agents, that is heat or light can be disinfectant, or chemical agents, that is the potassium permanganate, ozone, or also some of the chemical, again chlorine, bromine, iodine, phenol, heavy metals. These are the some disinfectants. Then mechanism of disinfection. Mechanism is nothing but how that disinfectant will work. So how that disinfection will be there, or how disinfectant will work. So that disinfectant will destroy the microorganisms which are present or which are in contact with the cell. So it may damage the cell wall very first, or may alter the cell permeability, okay, or may change the colloidal nature of that cell protoplasma, or may inactive that different enzymes which are responsible for the metabolic activity. So this is the mechanism of disinfectant. Chlorination is one of the method of disinfection. Normally chlorine can be used as a disinfectant. In public water supplies we use chlorine, commonly chlorine. So chlorine, in that bleaching powder can be used, or chloramine can be used, or free chlorine gas also can be used. There are 3 methods of chlorination. First is nothing but the bleaching powder. Bleaching powder contains 35% of active chlorine, so it can be used to kill the bacteria, bleaching powder. Second is nothing but the chloroamine. Chloroamine itself, it indicates it is the mixture of chlorine and ammonia. So the ratio of ammonia to chlorine may be 0.5. Here we can see 0.5 to 1, or it may be less than that. Ammonia is very less, 0.25 to 1. 1 is chlorine and 0.25 is ammonia. So chloroamine can be used as a disinfectant to kill the bacteria. So it is used in swimming pools. Here advantages: swimming pool we can use chloroamine as a disinfectant. Then free chlorine gas. Gas can be used, that chlorine gas can be used to kill the bacteria. It can be used as a gas. Here we can see it can be used a gas for a small quantity of water, or it can be used as a liquid. It can be converted into liquid by using some pressure. That pressure is equal to 0.7 Newton per meter square, and it can be a liquid. We can use that free chlorine gas as a disinfectant. Then advantages, then here very less space required for that free chlorine gas, then very powerful to kill the bacteria. Okay, then next is nothing but the types of chlorination. Very much important that there are 7 types of chlorination. Very first is nothing but the plain chlorination, second is pre-chlorination, then post-chlorination, double chlorination, breakpoint chlorination, super chlorination and dechlorination. In that we will see plain chlorination. Plain chlorination means this is the chlorination before any activity or any treatment. To kill some bacteria we can use that plain chlorination. Up to the turbidity less than 20 to 30 mg per liter we can use plain chlorination. Then pre-chlorination. Pre-chlorination means before that few treatments, that is before the filtration, we can see here filtration, or before the sedimentation we can add some chlorine. Normal dose required are normally we can see here 5 to 10 mg per liter. This can be the dose for pre-chlorination to kill the bacteria, so that settled part will be removed in filtration or that in sedimentation. Then next is nothing but the post-chlorination. Post-chlorination means after pre-chlorination we have to go for post-chlorination. In that it is simply called as chlorination, means adding the chlorine in the water so that all the bacteria will get killed. So next is double chlorination. Double chlorination means using the chlorination twice, we can see here twice. So pre-chlorination is one here, pre-chlorination and post-chlorination, these are the chlorination twice, so it is said to be double chlorination. Then next is very important, breakpoint chlorination. Breakpoint chlorination is nothing but when we will add some content of chlorine in water, the residual chlorine will increase, means whatever the content of chlorine in water is said to be residual chlorine. Whenever we will add some chlorine in water, the content of chlorine will increase. We will see it on graph or the diagram. This is the diagram showing, or we can say a graph showing that residual chlorine, here residual chlorine in mg per liter on that y-axis and applied chlorine in mg per liter on x-axis. So it is very simple. As we will add chlorine in the water, it will start killing the bacteria. Suppose at this point, let's say O point, very beginning point, let's say A point, there is name A point. So at A point we will start adding the chlorine. As we will add chlorine, suppose I will add constant amount of chlorine, so it should go like that, a straight line. But what happen, that chlorine will start killing the bacteria, so amount of chlorine that is added in water will reduce. So we can see A to B graph, it is not a straight line, it is somewhat inclined in downward direction. A to B graph showing that some content of that chlorine is used or consumed in killing the bacteria, and whatever may be the chlorine will remain in that water is nothing but the residual chlorine. So up to the point B, some extent of that chlorine is used, very small extent of chlorine is used in killing the bacteria. But after point B to C, after point B up to the point C, we can see the graph is, here I will show again, the graph is inclined in downward direction, it is showing that the more content of chlorine used to kill the bacteria. So all the bacteria will killed by that chlorine at the point C, means at point C there will be no bacteria present in that water. And after that point, suppose I will add some extent of chlorine or some another extent of chlorine in that water, that content of chlorine will increase in a straight line. Next is superchlorination. Sometimes we have to add more chlorine to kill the bacteria if water is more hard or having more bacteria. So in that special case we have to use more chlorine for that highly polluted water to kill the bacteria. It is known as superchlorination. Then seventh is dechlorination. Dechlorination means removing the chlorine. Suppose excess chlorine is there after superchlorination, so we have to remove that excess chlorine by dechlorination. Normally the chlorine content should be equal to 0.3 mg per year, 0.3 mg per liter. So if it is more than that, then we have to remove that chlorine by using dechlorination. So these are the methods or chemicals can be used for dechlorination: sulfur dioxide, then sodium thiosulfate, sodium sulfate, or sodium bisulfate, or ammonia. These are some chemical used as for dechlorination.